Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Packers quarterback Jordan Love addressed the media Wednesday and talked about his approach to taking over as the team's starter under center. Love said it's an exciting time and that he can now step up and be more vocal, knowing he's the guy and not the backup. Love added, quote, "I've always been a believer in myself. I believe in my arm talent, and I like to make plays." The NFL is heading back to Germany in 2023. The league revealed its slate of international games for the upcoming season, including 2 contests set for November in a new German city, Frankfurt. The international slate starts week 4 when the Falcons and Jags face off in the first of 3 games in London. And be sure to join hosts Rich Eisen and Colleen Wolfe along with analyst Maurice Jones-Drew and Emmanuel Sanders on NFL Network tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern for the 2023 NFL Schedule Release Show presented by Verizon. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
All new spring deals are here at Lowe's. Start planting your garden this weekend with Bonnie 11.8-ounce vegetables. Buy 4 for $10. Plus, liven up your patios and decks with fresh blooms. Select 1.5-gallon hanging baskets or 2 for $20. Lowe's knows spring. Lowe's knows home improvement. Offers valid through 5/17. In-store only. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. While supplies last, excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to 4hims.com/joy. That's FORHIMS.com/JOY.
It's a Thursday morning, and it just happens to be the 11th day of May, 2023. I'm Carroll. In the newsroom, it's Gene Brister hanging around, George Gale, and Jose Munoz. We've got the whole team together. Gene, are you ready to play?
I think I'm going to have to be.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, we're going to have to, because we got to make room in here.
Well, it does get a bit crowded.
Yeah, well, I'm just protecting my ingrown toenails. I don't want anybody to step on one of them.
Yeah, and, Jose has sharp elbows, so, trying to get a space there in the newsroom.
Well, I'll just inhale.
Yeah, well, yes, take a deep breath.
Deep breath.
Oh, boy. So let's see. Right now, I can't complain about the weather. Not that I would anyway, but all things considered, going to be nice and warm in the daytime and nice and cool in the evening.
That's the rumor that I hear.
Yeah.
So prepare yourself.
Yes. Okay. In the news, the Apple company, Apple, reportedly is developing an AI health coach to help people with exercise, sleep, and eating habits. They have code-named this Quartz. So, of course, artificial intelligence. The app should be ready for release sometime next year. So I figure Apple is starting a new fitness program, and, well, just like me, they keep putting it off until next year. So we'll get around to it. Okay. You use a fitness tracker, don't you?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yes.
Tells you how many steps or how far you've run or what your heart rate is?
Heart rate is, that all kinds of stuff like that.
Okay. Does it have fittings for the, because I know you're a runner, does it have the fittings for the shock? Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Okay. I was just wondering, that would make it easier, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah. Running could be dangerous to your health.
It certainly could.
Yes.
If you're not careful and you don't watch out.
My brother-in-law was a runner, ran so much that he had to have a knee and a hip replaced. So after that, he took up riding a bicycle.
Mm-hmm.
And about 2 months after he started on the bicycle, somebody ran him over, and he had to have the other hip replaced.
Oh, man. Yes.
Exercise can be dangerous.
Yeah, that's why I wear very bright colors.
Yes. Yeah, well, it makes you an easier target.
Yeah, that's what some people say. Hey, you're just giving them a better shot.
Yes. Okay. Are you ready for some birthdays?
Birthdays, let's have some.
Okay, let's start off with Eric Burden of the Animals. Yeah, we had Eric in the Animals. He's 82. Actor Pam Ferris, 75. Actor Shorey Agdashlu is 71. Actor Francis Fisher, 71. Actor Boyd Gaines, 70. Actor Tim Blake Nelson is 59. Actor Jeffrey Donovan, 55. Actor Nikki Katt, 52. Actor Kobe Bell, 48. Actor Austin O'Brien, 42. Actor Jonathan Jackson, 41. Actor Annabelle Atanasio is 30. And are you ready for some local birthdays as well?
We're prepared.
Well, we've got a big, long list today.
Ooh, man.
For some reason, a lot of people decided to be born on this day.
Yeah, they did.
We have happy birthday wishes going out today to Adrian Velarde, Ashley Yates, Ana Medina Montes, Chad Cook, Anethia Carmen, Armando Silva, Carlos Ramirez, Chantel Poletron, and Cristel Poletron, they're twins, Eddie Ortega, Ida Medina, Gustavo Romero, Kathleen Kelly, Margaret Lopez, Jacob Gaddis, Leslie Wong, Yanira Solorzano, Vicky Huber, Eloria Celaya and Maria Celaya, twins, Elvira Gill, Ashley Allen, Miguel Figueroa, Ricardo Sanchez, Roseanne Prue, Sharon Morse, Richard Ortega, Sheila Marcus, Salvador Robles, Leslie Ledbetter, and Kelsey Avendano. Happy birthday from KXO. Told you it was a long list.
Yeah, in fact, I'm surprised you're not out of breath.
Pretty much, yes. It's all that exercise I do.
Well, you ride a bike, don't you?
Yes.
Doesn't go anywhere, but
I can watch, old episodes of Barney Miller while I pedal.
That's enough to make you ride a bike, huh?
Okay. So, what is going on? And on this date, in 1949, the first Polaroid camera went on sale in New York City. The cost? About $90. Yeah. Thankfully, it was about 60 years later before the duck face was first invented. What did we do before we had a camera on our phones? What did we do before we were able to carry our phones everywhere we went?
Well, we could carry our cameras, but they were big.
Well, some of them, and then you had to wait a week to get them developed, right?
Developed, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But,
okay.
Yeah, those days are gone.
I suppose. So are you ready for the news?
We've got news coming up this morning. Even we'll get some weather in the news.
Okie dokie. Let's jump in with a look at World in California news headlines right now, brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. Lock, your year-round comfort specialist.
CBS News Brief. The Homeland Security Chief says there will be restrictions for migrants who enter the country illegally, even after Title 42 expires tonight. Alejandro Mayorkas tells CBS News Radio.
Very few will be released. That is our goal. But when they are released on conditions with which they must comply.
Joran Vandersloot, the suspect in Natalie Holloway's 2005 disappearance and death, could be extradited from Peru, where he's serving time for murder. CBS's Wendy Gillette.
He'll be sent to the U.S. to face charges for extortion and wire fraud, accused of trying to extort hundreds of thousands of dollars from Holloway's mother.
Dr. Matthew Greenhawt helped lead the study on a patch that could help kids with peanut allergies withstand an encounter with nuts.
The technology is applied like a Band-Aid onto the skin, and it works through sweat and absorption.
CBS News Brief, I'm Steve Kathan.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. Immigration advocates say conditions at the southern border aren't safe for migrants as Title 42 comes to an end tonight, pointing out that, among other things, there's no access to bathrooms.
That's not safe in terms of illness, and that's not safe in terms of, for example, women going off by themselves. It's not a safe environment.
Nina Douglas in San Diego saying the trash has been building up while others have been hurt trying to climb over the wall. The state now investigating the Antioch Police Department as allegations of bigoted text messages and other discriminatory misconduct mount. Attorney General Rob Bonta says they'll look at systemic violations and provide corrective orders if needed.
The potential habitual and consistent violation of the civil rights of community members in our state, it's our time to get involved.
Gavin Newsom isn't ruling out cash payments to some black residents he feels dealing with the legacy of slavery goes beyond that, but is waiting to review the full report from California's Task Force on Reparations. Gradual warm-up through the weekend. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California news headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. For repair, for replacement, for maintenance, call the experts. Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
Imagine getting ahead of your irritable bowel syndrome with constipation or IBS-C by treating it with Linzess. Then you could start proactively managing your constipation with belly pain and get ahead of your symptoms. Talk to your doctor about Linzess, linaclotide. Linzess is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually.
Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling.
Imagine, what could relief from IBS-C mean for you? Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
And it's page one of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 3 locations to serve you at El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center, and at the Imperial Valley Mall.
Taking a look at the latest in local news this morning for a Thursday, County Board of Supervisors amend the public benefit program. George Gale filed the story.
The action was taken at the this week's board meeting. Supervisors unanimously agreed to amend the guidelines of the public benefit program for use with solar power plants in Imperial County. The action was to ensure the county of Imperial and residents benefit the most from solar developments and address longstanding concerns. Through the action, all new solar developments can voluntarily enter the public benefit agreements at a new fee cost for the public service benefit. The original public benefit program was successful, but the recent increase in the development of utility-scale solar power plants has not brought the traditional increase in revenue to the county and public service provided. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
A question for you. Have you ever wondered what it was like to work at a museum? The Imperial County Historical Society Pioneers Museum is expanding their educational programs, digital outreach, and looking to enhance their exhibitions, and they are asking for volunteers to step up. There will be informational sessions this evening, 5:30 to 6:30 p.m., and again on Friday, 2 to 3 p.m. These sessions will offer more information about the volunteers' opportunities at the museum. KXO News Time coming up to 7:43.
How about the next time you need service on your car? We come to you. Hi, this is Mike Allison for Real Central Motors and Quick Lane. Our mobile service vans are an extension of our dealership service lane. We will come to you for an oil change, filters, brakes, batteries, tire rotation, and so much more. Hey, while your car is just sitting there at work, we'll take care of your service needs, and it doesn't cost any extra. Schedule your appointment now at elcentralmotors.net. El Central Motors Mobile Service Vans. What a great idea.
Continuing, fentanyl is the most lethal opioid in the nation. Here's more on that story.
Imperial County participated in the Awareness Day. In Imperial County, there are over 20 deaths per year attributed to fentanyl, and the numbers are increasing. Tuesday was set aside to educate the community on the dangers of fentanyl use. Fentanyl abuse has grown nationwide at a rapid pace. If you see anyone overdose on fentanyl or any other drug, call 911, lay them down, and try to keep them awake and breathing. Stay with them until help arrives. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
National Police Week is coming your way. National Police Week starts this Sunday, May the 14th. Imperial City Council recently adopted a proclamation declaring the week in the city of Imperial. May 15th is National Peace Officer Memorial Day. Imperial County honored the fallen peace officers with an event last week. The flags and memorials remain in place at the county courthouse in El Centro through National Police Week. That concludes this edition of Local News. Stay with us for Page 2.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations in the Valley. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
My name is Josephine Conway, and I'm an Imperial Valley Food Bank board member. Food has the power to fuel communities, especially among those struggling to find their next meal. As the main distribution center of donated food in Imperial County, we store, rescue, and purchase food in bulk to serve 25,000 people each month at over 30 locations. Join the fight against hunger and food insecurity in the Imperial Valley by donating online today at www.ibfoodbank.org.
And Page 2 of the local news with weather, all served by K-Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. Great Japanese food. They specialize in sushi rolls. 50 different varieties of sushi rolls. That's one for every state.
The National Weather Service says we can expect a warming trend through the rest of this week. Above normal temperatures will return with triple digits by Saturday and continuing into next week. Overnight lows will remain in the upper 60s and low 70s through this period. Winds, for the most part, out of the southeast will be moderate. Brawley Mayor George Nava to present the State of City address. Here's more on that story.
It will be held Friday morning. It'll be the State of the City address and breakfast. It will begin at 7:45 a.m. at the Stockman's Club in Brawley. The address is expected to look at past city accomplishments and preview future goals. The event, including the breakfast, will be free and is open to the public, but because of limited seating, you're asked to RSVP with the Brawley Chamber of Commerce. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
The Colorado River Bridge improvements work is continuing. Here's more on that story.
The work is continuing. All of the eastbound lanes of Interstate 8 this Sunday will be closed. Caltrans says all lanes of eastbound Interstate 8 between Winter Haven 4th Avenue in Imperial County and 16th Street in Yuma will close on Sunday. They will remain closed through Thursday, May 19th from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. for the Colorado River Bridge project. Detours will be posted on May 16th through June 6th. Traffic on eastbound Interstate 8 between Winter Haven and 16th Street will be reduced from 2 lanes to 1 lane. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
We'll be back with a look at the weather.
K Sushi Bar and Grill, serving you fresh and delicious Japanese food. Also giving you great customer service and a menu full of items for everyone's appetite. Check out their unique Estates sushi rolls, one for each of our 50 states, and come join them with their famous sake bomb, a thrilling event with James Chingon. Make a group reservation at their cozy patio or cater at K Sushi Bar and Grill, 416 South J Street in Imperial, or call in your order at 760-355-4440. Visit them at ksushibarandgrill.com.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
The National Weather Service says lighter winds will prevail today, with temperatures warming up through the rest of the week. By this weekend, temperatures will warm up to about 100 degrees. Increasing moisture heading into early next week will result in daily chances for showers and isolated thunderstorms. Those chances for any of this activity in the Imperial Valley currently very low. Our high yesterday, 82. The overnight low, 55. Today, sunny with a high near 89. West wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, then becoming south. Clear tonight with a low around 62. West wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming southeast after midnight. Sunny on Friday with a high near 97. West wind about 5 miles an hour, then becoming north-northeast. Saturday, sunny with a high near 102. West-southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming east-northeast. And Sunday will be sunny with a high near 101. East-southeast wind 10 to 15 miles an hour, with gusts up to 20 miles an hour. 64 degrees downtown, 45% relative humidity. The wind right now, calm. Your border wait, 3 hours and 30 minutes downtown Calexico, 15 minutes entry, 45 minutes pedestrian. Got a better bet at the Eastport, just a 45-minute wait, 15 minutes entry, 35 to 40 at the Ready Lane, 20 at Andrade. Local news, page 2, served by K Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. Check out the daily lunch specials and the dinner menu that features 16 different entrees. K Sushi Bar and Grill, just off Highway 86 in Imperial.
It's that time, parents. Time to get the cobwebs off the kids' fishing poles, put new line on the reel so the kids are ready to catch the big one during the 14th annual WCT Townsend Memorial Family Fishing Fun Day. It's going to be at Sunbeam Lake on Saturday, May 20th, starting at 6 a.m. Now, the first 100 kids accompanied by a parent get a free fishing pole or a tackle box. It's a day of fun for the whole family. Fishing, food, music, prizes, and a day to remember Wes, Cody, and Tanner. For more information, please call 858-864-6391. That's 858-864-6391. 16 and over must have a valid fishing license.
It's Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Strip South Network, working together to provide you the best care. Draymond Green was not going to let Golden State Warriors season end last night, so he stepped up and led the Warriors to a 121-106 victory over the Lakers. The Lakers lead that series 3-2. Meanwhile, the New York Knicks pushed the Heat to Game 6. Jalen Brunson had 38 points in that game. The Knicks prevailed 112-103. Miami still leads that series 3-2. KXO Sports Time is 7:52.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
Well, let's take a trip around Major League Baseball. The Twins walked off against the Padres 4-3, took them 11 innings to do it. Meanwhile, the Dodgers beat up on the Brewers 8-1. Astros edged the Angels 5-4. Yankees pounded the Athletics 11-3. Rockies slipped by the Pirates 4-3. Tigers topped the Guardians 5-0. Marlins nipped the Diamondbacks 5-4. Rangers edged the Mariners 4-3. Nationals powered up and beat the Giants 11-6. Phillies edged the Blue Jays 2-1. Same score, Orioles over the Rays 2-1. Same score, the Mets beat the Reds 2-1. The Red Sox, they broke the mold. Yeah, they beat the Braves 5-2. Royals ripped the White Sox 9-1. Cubs clobbered the Cardinals 10-4. Elsewhere, the New York Jets will begin the Aaron Rodgers era in prime time against an AFC East rival. They will face the Buffalo Bills at MetLife Stadium on ESPN's Monday Night Football. Yeah, and you'll hear it on AM 1230 as well. The game is sure to have plenty of emotion, as it will be played on the 22nd anniversary of the 9/11 terrorist attacks. Meanwhile, the Kansas City Chiefs will begin the defense of their Super Bowl title when they host the Detroit Lions Thursday, September 7th. In another game announced ahead of the full 2023 schedule release Thursday night, the Chiefs will face the Las Vegas Raiders Christmas Day in Kansas City. And a U.S. bankruptcy judge yesterday blocked the NBA's Phoenix Suns from moving ahead with a television and streaming rights deal for its basketball games, saying the team violated the rights of its current broadcast partner, the bankrupt Diamond Sports Group. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers.
Something new is happening in California's public schools.
They're called community schools. One of the foundations of community schools is shared decision making,
where parents and families, students and educators make decisions as one.
Community schools lift the voices of folks that have traditionally been underserved. Many of our classes are designed around our own students' cultures, their background, their personal experiences. We bring culturally relevant curriculum to the classroom based on what their specific needs are.
Improving student achievement and innovative classes like cybersecurity and gardening.
And we assist families with their needs. Some schools have parent education programs, cooking and nutrition classes. Everything from medical or dental services to immigration law services. This is a one-stop shop that serves the needs of not just the students, but their families as well.
They're California's community schools, reimagining public education. Paid for by the California Teachers Association.
And it's financial news with a brief look at the weather, brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live-scan fingerprinting to the public. U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen urged Congress to raise its debt ceiling, warning that a U.S. default would produce an economic and financial catastrophe that would trigger a global economic downturn and risk undermining the country's ability to provide global leadership. A default would threaten the gains that we've worked so hard to make over the past few years in our pandemic recovery, and it would spark a global downturn that would set us back much further, Yellen said. She's attending a meeting of the G7 finance ministers and central bankers in Nagata, Japan. It would also risk undermining U.S. global economic leadership and raise questions about our ability to defend our national security interest, said Yellen. Meanwhile, wholesale annual inflation slowed in April, adding to signs that price pressures are easing. The Producer Price Index, a key measure of price changes at the wholesale level, slowed to 2.3% for the 12-month ended in April, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. That was below the annual increase of 2.7% in March, and economists' expectations of a 2.4% increase. It's also the slowest annual increase since 2021. On a monthly basis, prices ticked up 0.2%. During the previous month, they fell by 0.4%. So what's showing on the big board? Well, the Dow right now off 275 points at 33,259. The S&P 500 off 15 points at 4,122. The NASDAQ down 10 at 12,296. Gold off 11.30 an ounce, and oil down $1.06 a barrel.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
Look for sunny skies today with a high near 89. West wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, then turning out of the south. Tonight, clear with a low around 62. West wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming southeast after midnight. Sunny on Friday with a high near 97. West wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming north-northeast. And right now, downtown El Centro, we're looking at 66 degrees with that 43% relative humidity. Wind out of the west-northwest at about 3 miles an hour. And again, your border weight, I would belay that second cup of coffee. Downtown Calexico, 3-hour, 30-minute wait, 15 minutes entry, 45 minutes pedestrian. Eastport, about a 45-minute wait, 15 minutes entry, 35 to 40 minutes at the ready lane. And at the Port of Andrade, about a 20-minute wait. Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services. They offer 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal. You'll find them at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. Just ahead, it's CBS News on the Hour.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Steve Kathan. In a week that's already seen thousands of migrants enter the country and be apprehended, the fear is more could overwhelm the border once pandemic expulsion policy expires tonight. Reporter Chris Fox on the effort to deal with it all.
El Paso's used Homeland Security dollars to retrofit 2 closed middle schools as temporary shelters for asylum seekers. The Civic Center is also available. Mayor Oscar Leeser.
We need to decompress the system. If we were to get 10,000 a day, at the end of the month, we'd have 300,000 people. So we really need to make sure that we work with the federal government.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott's deployed about 700 additional National Guardsmen to El Paso and the Rio Grande Valley. He says they're directed to intercept, repel, and turn back migrants trying to enter Texas illegally.
And there's concern about time slipping away as the nation careens closer to a deadline to raise the debt ceiling. House Republicans are at odds with the White House over how to do it. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen.
We're already seeing spikes in interest rates for debt due around the date that the debt limit may bind. And there is no good reason to generate a crisis of our own making.